Hello and welcome back to Vintage Story, my fellow mages and mystics. And today, boy, do we have an action-packed episode. We've got a lot of stuff that we want to do and get done. I have a lot of things set up. I have a lot of things in my inventory. So, and this is going to be the area for my smeltery. So we are going to start off by getting some stuff out of our inventory. We're going to put them right there. These are smelteries. Bloomeries. Not smelteries. But I went out and I mined up some quartz. And what we're going to be doing with that is we're going to be making glass. So, let's get started there. We're going to fill this up to as much as we can put in them. We can only fit 24, but that's fine. We have a lot of quartz, and this is going to make us some glass. So we're going to get these filled up, and it only goes up to 6 charcoal and 24 quartz chunks. See, I'm right clicking and it's just not putting any more into it, so that's fine. So we'll get our bloomeries lit. And the bloomeries, they're not hard to make. They take fire clay to make, and you'll get these raw fire clay bricks. These are just 4 fire clay. Then you put them in a pit kiln, and you get fire clay bricks. And there's more stuff we can do with these too in the future. We can make the bloomeries, obviously, but we can make fire clay bricks. We can make chimneys. We can make fire brick kiln flue for the beehive kiln. And just lots of stuff that we can get into later. So, while those bloomeries are going, I am going to take care of our quartz that we have. We have a lot of quartz. We can make a lot of glass. We're still going to need that. We're going to need that. We're going to need that. Okay, sticks can come down here. Pumpkin seeds. That will be something that we do after a bit here. But first, I have 4 copper ingots in here. And as you can see, I have a tin bronze anvil. If you take your anvil, when you're done with it, if you are done with it, say like next one we'll make is iron. We can put it in there with a chisel and get 8 out of the 9 ingots back. But I'm not going to do that because I just made the bronze anvil. So we're going to put that there. We're waiting for these to heat up. We are going to harvest some of our bee hives. We're going to harvest all of our crops this episode. We're going to plant pumpkin seeds. We're going to start making glass. I have leather going. It's just all kinds of stuff going on all over the place here. And it is awesome. Oh, also, while that's heating up, our fruit tree cuttings have grown into 2 young pear trees and 2 young pink apple trees. Now that is all the fruit that we're ever going to need as far as apples and pears go. I want to try to find like cherries and some other things. Some of the other fruit. So let's see if we can find anything. Fruit trees. Fruit trees can be found. Okay, propagation. Remove a cutting, put it on dirt, and it'll turn into blah, 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 blah. So, we've got to keep our eyes out for fruit trees. And we will, not this episode, but eventually we will take a peek into our poultry concern, see how our poultry are growing, see if we are getting more. I'm making lime. I have lime in here to cook it. If you cook it in a fire pit, it makes into quick lime that I need for slaked lime. Slaked lime I need for mortar, because we can make all this stuff, but the thing I'm making it for is the cellar door, which I have the 2 slabs. I have plenty of boards. I just need a little bit of mortar. So we're going to light that. Get that cooking. We're going to put this in our offhand. We're going to need our hammer. So I can do this and put that down. Plate. Put that on. And I'm going to whack it a couple times here to get some of this spreading out a little bit. So let's just do and this is pretty annoying to do by hand, but we're gonna need to make at least 2 of them, and each plate takes 2 ingots. And the reason why we are making plates is because we have something that we want to make out of these plates. And as soon as we get them done, which they take, whoops, I want to do that because I want to put these up like this. This one can go up there. It's plenty of hammering. There's something really cool that we can do with the ingots, and we can make these out of copper, which is very cool. I am getting tired of just having a torch. I want some better light, which is why we have some of these other materials in our hands, and these take a bit of time to make. I'm going to bring this one down. Go down there, I said. And I want to move that one. Move that one. And now I've got to bring them down. It's just a process of moving. I buggered up on that one. Let's see if I can roll it back up onto... there we go. Move that one out. Move that one out. I'll go up. And put this one in. We need to move 3. Let's move them down. And now I just got to move these over. And I'm going to take those 3 off, and we have a copper plate. Now, I believe if we put that there, and that on either side, we get a lantern. And these give off some really good light. So I am going to put the rest of the stuff in here for now. I'm going to put that in there. Those are going to be starting to cool. That's fine. We've already got some quicklime. That is cool. We'll trade this. Put that on there. I'll come back to this and do some more lanterns between the episodes. But I want to get into this. I want to see how much flax we get. And we are not looking for the grain, really. The grain is nice. Don't get me wrong. Because the grain, flax grain, is not really all that good, even though we've used it before to make some bread. The grain is not really what we are after with flax. What we are after with flax are these fibers. And we have enough to, well, look at that. That is quite a bit. And we have quite a bit of the grain. And yeah, 74. So that's good. Those carrots are not done. The rye will harvest because our rye is done as well. And we are full up in our inventory. So we're going to go take care of this. We're going to come back. We're going to finish harvesting our field. And this is why I have been, if I can find, where am I throwing the flax in here? Okay. Flax fibers. Okay, ladders that can move. Let's get these in here. We'll be coming back to this, but not in this episode. So, okay, seeds, rye seeds, spelt seeds, flax seeds. We're doing really good on that. Pumpkin seed, I'm not putting in there because we're going to be working with that momentarily. We are going to come in here. We're going to seal that off. Okay, I have one meal fresh for 1.2 years. I'm starting to stock up a little bit on stuff for the winter. So let's get our flax in here. Okay, that is that is a lot of grain. I'm gonna have to start using this one as well to store grain. 3.9 years. We have grain. And we have food. We have food for a minute. So starving is not really a concern. Starving. Now, variety of food, that's still a little bit of a concern. I still have to worry a little bit about proteins, fruits. fruits are going to be as soon as those come ripe. I don't think we're gonna get those this year, but you never know, they might. I'm gonna make another. I'm gonna have to make a bronze knife. I'm gonna have to make a bronze chisel, and those are just some things that we can do between episodes. So yeah, our crops are looking really good. I'm just double checking to make sure we haven't missed anything. So okay, now look at all the grain. I mean, holy cow. I mean, we're good on grain for like a long time. So now let's go and take care of this grain, because I need the inventory space. I'm gonna have to break in. And I plug this up because I don't want to have to let things spoil if I can avoid it. Rye. Okay, rye. And that is another container full. I mean, grain. I'm gonna have to bring more vessels down just for grain. But that is awesome. I might put another crop in the ground. I'm probably not going to do any more grain for a little while, because holy crap, are we good on grains. I might do cabbages. I'll probably do onions. I have some onions. I might throw more flax in just so we can get the flax fibers. I have these. We'll talk about these and these at a later time. Soybeans. But I only want to plant one of my pumpkins just in case it doesn't grow. But I'm working on that, and we'll talk about that momentarily. So our harvest is awesome. We have onions and carrots, I think, over there. So now let's talk about bees. So I've got to get stuff out of the way so I can... No, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I can just take this, put that down, and I believe right click with a knife, and then we put that back on. And just basically continue the process. So we'll get some beeswax there. That one will produce in a day. That one will produce in 2 days, 7 days, 6 days, 2 days, and 1 day. So, okay. We didn't get as much as I thought, but it is some. So now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was, okay, these are still going. Holy cow, we run fast on this. So we'll get glass there. I have that stuff to make some more of that in there. We have that. I need a barrel. I have a barrel somewhere here. Not a barrel, bucket. Okay. I don't want to hit caps lock. Okay, there we go. I have an empty bucket. So, but for the pumpkin seed. Pumpkins grow vines that go out like 4 or 5 blocks. They'll grow a vine out, and then pumpkins will come off the vine. That's why I have like this X pattern here around that, so the vines will be forced to grow basically straight out, and pumpkins will grow hopefully on either side So hopefully we'll get 4, 5, 6 pumpkins out of that. And I want to put a fence around it just so we can do that. So now let us see. This has compost. We'll talk about that later. Rot and an empty barrel. And yes, you can hear my kids in the background blabbering. Sorry about that. Okay, 0.6 liters of honey. This is how you deal with honey. You have a bucket, you shift, right click. You'll squeeze your honey out of the honeycomb into the bucket. Then you get your bucket of 1 liter of honey. So now I have 1.6 liters of honey in said bucket, and I'm hungry. Good thing I have food. Alright. Let's eat us a meal. Pretty good meal. Alright. And this is crawfish stew with boiled onions and cabbage. And I get the crayfish from one of the mods. So there, now our food is all stored away. We're doing good on that. You can hear wolves running their mouths in the background. I need some pine because I want to grab my saw. I want to make a bronze saw. So okay, that, there. I think I did pine. Yep, pine. Okay. So we'll do this. Nope. So we'll do a stack. And I want to make a gate. I'm recording. But, yeah, I want to get the fence done around this real quick. And the fence is almost done. And I'll put the gate there. And gate, I believe, is like that. My son came in, asked me something. So, but yeah, there we go. Gate is around that. Pumpkin seed is now in the ground. And what are pumpkins? Pumpkins are P. Moisture 75%. That'll go up. So, we have a pumpkin patch growing now. Have a nearly empty field. We had a small harvest of our bees. We have some more boards. I'm going to steal a couple pieces of dirt here because we'll go and take a quick look at our poultry concern, which they have eaten all of their food. I will come over on this side so I'm not scaring them. Hopefully not scaring them. And take a look in. So, we don't have any chicks yet. I'm not seeing eggs at the moment, but I'm going to leave them alone, let them do their thing. And there goes a rabbit. Bat out of craziness. There goes a bunch more rabbits. And I've been leveling out that area this direction. I moved the pine saplings over here. What do we have still in here? A pair of chickens. A pair of female alpacas. A pig. I have a rooster there. And a hen there. A pair of aurochs. And over in this direction, I have an area set aside for making a barn, and pasture will probably go out that way for the auroch. Either that, or I'll build the barn here going this way and have the pasture here. I think that's what I'll do, because the barn is only going to be slightly bigger than the poultry concern, so it's not going to be a huge barn. It's not going to be something I'm going to have to spend a week making. Just something that will do what it's supposed to do. Okay, now we have that. I have a little bit of peat left over. I'll grab that, and that can go up there. Peat can come down here. Peat can go in there. I have all this peat and all that peat, 215, and nothing in that yet. I've been digging this area out and replacing it with low fertility soil as I go along. So we now have a whole bunch of stuff, and I'll show you the brightness of these lanterns. That is why I wanted to make a couple of lanterns. I want to make 4, so I can have 1 in the chicken coop. I want to have 1 probably replaced here. I'll move that into the smeltery. I want to have 1 lantern in here and 1 to carry with us. So that is basically, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover today. And we have 6 wax. This is good for a lot of things. You make candles, that's the main thing. You can seal your crocks with them. That, I believe, is from making mead, which we'll get into that, but not right today. Cheese, we'll get into that at some point. And Langstroth hives, we'll get into that. Waxed linen. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be getting into, just basically not today. So the next project is we're going to make some mortar, and we're going to start working on a little bit more of something for our defense, which our clothes are in terrible condition because, yeah, we've taken quite a few beatings with these clothes, and they provide 0 temperature, max warmth 2, 0.5, 0.5. So that's 7. But we'll get into that kind of stuff at a later date. But we will be making our mortar very soon. I'm going to have to go and get some sand and stuff like that. So if you enjoyed the episode, guys, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff if you're new. Questions, comments, concerns, go down in the comment section down below. And until the next episode, guys, stay magical, have fun, and I'll see you then. Bye.